Earlier today, I heard that the company A24, the company that recently produced The Backrooms and Obsession, two very very good films and two of the best films of 2026. That company A24, they've decided to sign on a massive AI deal, which is great. So here are 5 episodes and movies I think you should watch while you're waiting for the movie industry to get its shit together. So, why should I be telling you about these movies and shows? Well, I'm 19 years old. I've been waiting for the movie industry to get their shit together probably as long as you have. And I'm an English major. I like writing. I know what's good writing. I know what's bad writing generally. There is some subjectivity in that, but generally, I have a list of 5 TV show episodes and one movie that I'm going to show to you. And if you end up giving them a watch, let me know what you think. And if you don't end up giving them a watch, then I guess don't let me know what you think. Here we go. So this is a old episode of Bonanza. It's one of the earlier seasons, and it's all about this young guy getting kicked out of class, and he's called a troublemaker. But it's very clear that he's very smart, and he's not rowdy, he's not loud or anything like that. And so the whole episode is them trying to figure out why is he getting kicked out? Why is the teacher insisting he's a troublemaker? And this episode deals with like oppression and xenophobia in 1962 way, but still in a good way, in a better way than I've seen some modern shows handle oppression. So that's fine. The link for this show will be in the description because for some reason all of Bonanza is on YouTube. Bonanza is just like your average kind of western, probably one you've seen every so often, like an episode or two. Or maybe you could ask your parents or your grandparents. I'm sure they probably grew up with this show, whether they liked it or not. But I find it charming, and I think a lot of people will too. It's very high production value, and it's not black and white, and the audio quality is pretty good. So there you go. This episode, Look to the Stars, Season 3, Episode 26. It'll be in the description. And if you watch it, let me know what you think. If you watch it and you don't like it, please contact Pernell Roberts. I'll put his number at the end of this. Don't worry about that. I got you covered. So this next episode here, Double Exposure, it's from Columbo. I'm not sure how many people know Columbo exists or what it is, but essentially this little guy, this detective guy, he runs around and he runs after murder suspects and he breaks them down psychologically and kind of intimidates them in a way while being very friendly. And he just follows them and breaks them down until he either gets them or they confess or they slip up or something like that. And so the plot of this episode, I can't say a lot without just spoiling it. Because Columbo is very unique in that the first few minutes are the minutes that you will see the murder being committed by the offender. Like, you know who the murderer is in the whole episode. And Columbo tends to spend the entire episode by chasing them. And so this episode is no different, but the murder plot is very good, and it has Robert Culp in it, who's one of my favorite actors. And so if you like this episode, let me know. If you don't, I have Robert Culp's phone number and Peter Falk's phone number at the end of this, so again, don't worry, got you covered. This episode, I doubt anybody will have seen before or know about. This is Odd Man Out. And so season 5, episode 11 of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke was one of the longest running TV shows in American history. It was just your kind of generic run-of-the-mill Western. It is the only one on this list that's in black and white. But the writers are just, I don't know what they were on, but they were so good. They would have these episodes coming out like once every week or 2 weeks or so, I think. And A lot of them were okay, and a lot of them were kind of misses, but some of them were just so good. And this is one of those episodes. This is essentially about an old man with dementia. And it's only 25 minutes long, so I can't give you that many details without just going into spoilers. But I think it's a very good episode and just a very good watch. If you like action and a lot of quick gunfights and stuff, this probably isn't the episode for you. Um, but if you like introspective stuff and if you like thinking about what you watch for a while, this is one of those episodes that is going to stay with you for a little. And so if you don't like this one, that's okay. I have James Arness's phone number at the end of this. But if you do like it, please let me know what you thought. Okay. And now to Hogan's Heroes, the one I'm sure some people will look at and go, what the hell is that? Which, fair enough. So this was a show about Allied prisoners of war. They basically had their own little bunker underneath the Nazi prisoner of war camp. And what they would do with it is they would send radio message to London, they would blow up Nazi bridges, they would kill Nazi officers, they would just generally try and fuck up the Nazis' business whenever they could, while helping people escape from Germany into London. They were very good at what they did. And it's a comedy, if you can believe that. And all the actors who played the Nazis are Jewish. And then Robert Clary down here, who played LeBeau, he was actually a prisoner of the Nazis and he survived Auschwitz. So this specific episode, it is not that different from a typical Hogan's Heroes episode, because of course there's only so much you can do in one space with people who share one goal. It's kind of the same in MASH, where every episode you could argue that it's just characters doing stuff in the same space, and it's kind of the same format. And this is no different, but this specific episode has cross dressing in it, which, if you're watching with your Republican uncle or your conservative dad or something, and they go, "Oh, what? There was never any of that in my day." Yes, there was. Here's proof. This is a great episode. It's very funny, and I think you're gonna like it. And so this last one here, this is my personal favorite. But I just saved this for last because it's the longest on this list, and it's probably the longest to explain. And with our attention spans these days, nobody likes that. So essentially, this is a Western movie. This is 100% Western movie. This is the second in the trilogy, technically trilogy. Because if you've ever heard of A Fistful of Dollars and then The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, this is the one that comes in between those. This is For a Few Dollars More. And I think it's the best one personally. I really like the interaction between the characters played by Lee Van Cleef and Clint Eastwood. But to each their own. It's also just a really good action movie, Western movie, really good music, really good acting, really good actors. And it was made by some of the greats of filmmaking in the past, Sergio Leone, Ennio Morricone. And it is definitely worth a watch. And again, if you like it, please tell me. If you don't like it, I have the number for Clint Eastwood at the end of this, and you can tell him yourself. So, yeah, and I'll also link this one in the description. So, again, if you didn't like any of these films, here are the numbers to call. Here's who to talk to. Don't mind that 4 out of 5 of them are dead, but that's just normal. You just bring them back to life so you can scream at them. You know, they won't mind that much. They might just haunt you for a little while. And yeah, thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. Have a good day.